Now the boy who is a brahmachari follows the methodology laid out for a brahmachari, meaning he follows the dharma of brahmachari, and some of the rules for the brahmachari are he has to beg for his daily food. He cannot accumulate food for the next day. He should do Sandhya Vandanam and pray with the Gayatri mantra, pray Lord Surya to get the motivation for the buddhi. So he has to follow these kind of rituals, and while following that, one incident happens. I describe this as Ushmake bala bhiksharthi urikrita riti palitaha urmiva kanakadhara murdhva disha pravarshata. Ushmaka means Grishma Rutu or summer season, somewhere probably towards mid-May to June kind of a time frame of southern India, where it's hot, humid, and also it's summer. At that time, Bala Bhiksharthi, Bala the boy, Bhiksharthi is going for begging. He followed the methodology for brahmachari. And one day he goes to a house, and he goes to a very poor lady's house, and when Shankara says Bhavati Bhikshan Dehi, she comes out and expresses her helplessness to give any food for this Vatu, because she is so poor. And that time Lord Shankara, he composes Kanakadhara Stotra, and when he completes saying that Kanakadhara Stotra, it is said that Lord Lakshmi, she rains golden coins at her house, and that is what I say, Urmi iva Kanakadharam. Urmi means wave. Kanakadharam, Kanaka is gold, Dhara is again is flow. Kanakadharam urmi iva pravarshata. He kind of rained Kanaka, the gold, and that appeared as waves after waves. So it is rain and hence Dhara and Urmi. Now this is the sixth poem of the series. So here you saw it is Ushmaka, Urikrita, Urmi, Urdhva, all lines starting with the alphabet U. So things are going normal, days are going normal, and one day Riktadhipas Sudhanvas Rishi Sadrisham Vilokitaha Rubhum Shankaram Sarvam Kavyasaram Samarpayan. Rikta means money. Riktadhipa means king. Sudhanvaha. Sudhanva is the king of that region. And he meets Shankara, who looks similar to a rishi, sage. Rubhum Shankaram. Rubhu also means God. Probably this Vatu Shankara appeared as a god for him. Well, we know it's Lord Ishvara himself took the form of Shankaracharya. So even that way we can say Rubhum Shankaram, meaning God Shankara. Sarvam, his entire Kavyasaram Samarpayan. He gives away or he dedicates all of his poetry, whatever he has written, to Vatu Shankara or Acharya Shankara. So it is the king who is a poet by himself, probably has written some work or he has done some work in poetry, and he gives away all of that to Lord Shankara. This is the seventh poem of the series, and this starts with the seventh alphabet Ru, Rubhum. Raktadhipa, Rishi, etc. Then one day, Aryamba, who is the mother of Vatu Shankara, tells Shankara that it becomes very difficult for her to go to the river every day to take bath and then to go to temple. Probably she is getting older and hence she felt it is difficult. And then the story says Shankaracharya was able to pray to the river and he changed the course of the river. He prayed the river to flow near to his home so that his mother doesn't have to walk a lot every day. And I describe this as Ekadantam smarambalaha matrakashtam nyavarayat. Ekasmin prarthanang krutvaini patham parivartayat. Ekadantam smarambalaha. He prayed Lord Ganesha and also the river. Matrakashtam nyavarayat. He did away the difficulties of his mother. Ekasmin prarthanam krutva. Just by praying once, any patham, the course of the river, any means river, any patham parivartayat. He changed the direction of the river, he changed the course of the river, path of the river. This is the 8th poem. So I took the letter A, Ekadantam, any patham, ekasmin, etc. In that river, even Vatu Shankara also takes daily bath. And an incident happens a day which changes the life of Shankara forever. One day, a crocodile catches him and it tells him to take sannyasa so that crocodile can leave him and he would be able to do what he is born for. And I describe this entire situation as Aishwarye tyakta chittaha saha Makaram pratibandhitaha Aila vilascha dingmudhaha sanyasadhrita shankarat. So generally when we are like 7, 8 or maybe 10 years old, that is when we are slowly understanding the world and we start understanding the importance of money. Now this Vatu Shankara, who is caught by the crocodile, is thinking towards taking sannyasa. He is thinking to abandon these worldly materialistic pleasures, worldly things, money, everything. So Aishwarye tyakta chittaha saha. He abandoned money. And when Ailavila means Lord Kubera, Lord of money, Saha Dingmudhaha. He kind of got confused, or he probably felt happy also, but he was confused looking at this Bala Shankara, Vatu Shankara, who has taken sannyasa, left, abandoned money just because a crocodile caught him. This is the 8th poem, so I took the 8th alphabet, which is I, and I could use only 2 words, Aila Vilaha, Aishwarya, only those 2 words. Now that he decided to take sannyasa, what he does next is Okastyakta viragi tvogagatyam brahmane rataha ojasvi guru samshodhyausha samsara bandhanam. Okaha means home, tyaktaha, he abandons. Viragi, now viragi also means a person who has abandoned every materialistic items. Oghagatyam, in a fast way, in a quick pace. Brahmane rataha. Essentially this means he left his home and started wandering to search his guru. Ojasvi guru samshodhya. By finding the right person, right guru, Ausha Samsara Bandhanam. Ausha, Osha also means he abandoned. Samsara Bandhanam. He abandoned his house, he abandoned his samsara and took sannyasa. This is his decision, and to do that, he moved away from house and roamed in search of right guru. In this poem, the next alphabet is used, which is O, Okaha, Ojasvi, Osha. At search ends because he finds Guru Govinda Bhagavat Pada, and I describe this as Aunatya Labdha Kamasaha Govinda Guru Mashrayan Aurasariva Samsevya Advaita Tattvamashikshatha. Aunatya, Unnati means height. Aunatya, reaching that height. Aunatyam labdha kamaha. He wanted to reach that height, meaning he wanted to learn a lot and achieve upliftment. Saha Govinda Gurum Ashrayan. He found his Guru Govinda Bhagavat Pada and he goes to him. Aurasa Riva Samsevya. Aurasa means son. So, he is the son of Shivaguru, but he felt as if he is the son of Guru Govinda Bhagavat Pada himself and Samsevya. He did all his duties towards Govinda Bhagavat Pada as is Shankara is his own son. Aurasa is own son. Advaita Tattvam Ashikshata. It is said that Lord Shankaracharya learnt Advaita from Guru Govinda Bhagavat Pada. So, by treating Govinda Bhagavat Pada as his own father, he lived there and learnt Advaita Tattva. Now, in this poem, I use the next alphabet, which is Au, Aunatya, Aurasa. And now, Acharya Shankara has completed his education from Guru Govinda Bhagavat Pada. From here onwards, in next set of poems, I would be describing different situations or major incidents that happen in his entire journey of India. The very first incident is Ambara Tulya Vistirna Mambum Bandhaka Mandale Ashtaka Rachanam Kritvarchita Sumatra Narmadam. So when he comes across river Narmada, he sees that it's flooding, and it's also said that he prays Narmada to give him a way, to give him a path, and river Narmada doesn't budge. And using his capability, he contains that entire flood water in a small container, Kamandala. And when river Narmada realizes her mistake and his capabilities, she says or she tells him that it was her mistake. It was her ego that made him behave that way. And that is when Shankaracharya feels happy. He even creates a new stotra called Narmadashtaka. And that is the idea of this poem. Ambara Tulya Vistirna means it's very spacious, meaning very big flood. Ambum, water. Bandha Kamandala, he contained that in his Kamandalu. Ashtaka Rachanam Kratva, by creating this Narmada Ashtaka Stotra, Sumatra Narmadam Architaha, he worshipped river Narmada or goddess Narmada through his new composed Narmada Ashtakam. this is the last poem in the Swara series, and it took the last Swara